For much more on the rematch, we have reports on both sides, and let's start with the San Antonio Spurs. Ari Temkin, co-host of the Hardline 1250 ESPN Radio in San Antonio, joining us now on SportsCenter. And according to reports, the Spurs are expecting Tony Parker in the lineup for Game 1 Thursday, Ari. He's had soreness in his ankle throughout the playoffs, especially during the conference finals. How much of an impact can he have with this injury lingering?
You know, Kevin, last year we saw similar maladies for Tony Parker when he got this far into the playoffs as well. I mean, the Spurs have played 100 basketball games at this point. You know, there's going to be, different nicks and bumps and bruises along the way that come about, and that's part of playing until the finish line. I think what we saw in Game 6 was the Spurs offense was flowing and getting open shots without the help of Tony Parker, which I think really shows the importance of their depth and even further how much better they are this year than they were last year, because last year and really in the last few years, their offense has been non-existent without the dribble penetration of Parker. Now, can they win a title without him? That's a good question, but they were able to gather some pretty good offense in the second half of that game against Oklahoma City without the help of Parker.
Yeah, Tim Duncan looked like a completely different player. Fresh legs for him, especially in overtime. Very rare a team gets to exact revenge on the team that beat them in the finals. That's where the Spurs are. They get that chance this year. What are they saying about facing the Heat again?
It's interesting. You brought up the video of Game 6 that they brought at the start of training camp, and they've really never shied away from talking about it. There were games this year that in the middle of the season where Pop in his post-game presser, without even being prompted, would bring up what happened last year. So I think sometimes in sports, coaches and players tend to always be looking forward as opposed to reflecting upon past failures, and that almost might be viewed as a negative if you do that. But I think that's one of the things the Spurs have done this year to kind of help them move forward from it, is to acknowledge the past and realize what it's meant to them and what it means to them moving forward. And I think that might have been the best approach to take, because it's rare for teams to lose like that and then to rebound and come back and have a successful season like the Spurs have had this year.